Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Zach Erickson with Nintendo Dads, and today, good morning! It's Monday. I'm recording this Sunday night, but tonight we're here to talk about this Pokken Tournament DX. And this is actually a really awesome game, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the review. This is the review. On other channels they get all fancy with their reviews and like have stuff. I am actually going to be uploading some footage of the game as well, so you can see maybe some of the cool new modes and stuff and some of the new fighters. Having said that, Pokken Tournament DX for the Nintendo Switch comes out this Friday. Huge thank you to Nintendo for sending us a review copy. And let's get right into it, shall we? So basically, Pokken Tournament DX is the deluxe version of the Wii game, or the Wii U game of the same name, and there are a few. So basically, if you haven't played that, I think that one, got fairly good reviews. It's a pretty good fighter for the Wii U, although a lot of people obviously didn't play it because it's on the Wii U. So having said that, I played the original and it was good, but I kind of lost interest in it fairly quickly. Like it wasn't great. Honestly, I say this with every single review that I ever do, but being on the Wii U versus being on the Switch, anything that's on the Switch feels better immediately, right? And so I love the Switch for that reason. And even just if it would have been just the regular old Pokken Tournament on Switch, it would have been better. But having said that, their Pokken Tournament DX has several really great new modes. So if you don't know, it's like it's a great fighter, and I'll upload some of these videos. There'll be a link in the description down below here as well to those videos, so go and check those out. But in addition to all of the normal Pokken Tournament stuff that's in there, that you've got the League mode and you've got all the different stuff in there, there are several cool new additions that I think I mainly want to focus on in this review. So I'm going to just launch this up here so that I can really have this as a reference. The very first thing here is what I'm going to call daily. I'm not going to call it. This is what they call it. See, it's not focusing very well. Daily challenge. Daily challenge gives you a reason to launch this game every single day. And for being a handheld on the Switch, it's a great reason to. And this wasn't in the original, as far as I can remember. Daily challenge it'll give you a specific little challenge here, and I've got a video of it as well that you can find out. But it gives you a very specific thing, like a preset Pokemon that you're going to fight as, a preset support Pokemon, and it says, all right, win this many matches, or it might do a team match, which I'll talk about in a second. And you'll get certain rewards every day for doing that. So, which is cool, right? For a portable version of this game, you have a reason to launch it every day, which I think is super cool. Obviously you have all of your normal stuff. You've got battle, you've got wireless battle, which is like local multiplayer, which I believe would have been new for this because it's, obviously you don't have that otherwise. So if you have like multiple people who all have your friends or whatever on the Switch, you can all play locally, and that's fun. The big other things on here, for me at least, that make this a much improved version of the game. On the Wii U version, if you wanted to play multiplayer, one person played on the TV and one person played on the gamepad, right? Because of how parts of this game work, you need to be able to see a certain, like, from behind the Pokemon, right? It's not just like a 2D fighter where it doesn't matter. So this game handles that local multiplayer on a single console in two ways. That you have two options. One of them is, and to be honest, I didn't try this one. But honestly, I don't know if frame rate doesn't bother me as much as it bothers some people, especially with kids. So, the one way is that you both kind of use the same perspective, but the person who's second player would obviously be the Pokemon that's far away, and that takes some getting used to, and it's not ideal in my mind. The other way is split screen multiplayer. So the left and the right, obviously. Now, what's important with that is that it does cut the frame rate in half, so you're looking at, maybe 30 is probably, it's a little choppy, and I'll admit that, but I don't mind it. So basically what you've got here, and I've got a video. So you literally just break the Joy-Con off, pop it up wherever, you set it up, and boom, you and your friend are going like this. And the controls are perfect for this, right? You've got L and R, the directional joystick thing here, and then the buttons. And that's it. Those are all the controls that you need, which is super cool. So I think this is really fun. This is a really fun mode to do, you're on a road trip or whatever. You plop this down on the picnic table or whatever, and you can play split-screen multiplayer right there on the Switch in tabletop mode. It's awesome. The first time I played it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, that initial trailer that they announced this game and they said, oh yeah, you sit down with your friends and you play Pokken Tournament. Like, the fact that this controller actually, like, admittedly, this is not great, right? You want to have a D-pad, and when you play on here, like, I actually prefer to play with the directional buttons instead of the joystick when I'm playing single player. Wow, that's awesome. My whole computer just fell. Whoa! Wow, okay. Anyway, I pulled a cord somewhere. That is how this game works, right? And I love that mode. So that's the local battle, or what do they call it here? They call it local battle versus wireless battle. That's what it's versus online battle. So admittedly as well, there were times throughout this review period that online battle was available, but I was not. So I have not tried it online yet. My assumption is it's going to work fine, right? So those are the other things there. Oh, another thing that I really like about this is that in the original game, you would have to play through Ferrum League, which is like the single player mode. You have to play through that in order to unlock the support Pokemon and the different stages. No more in this game, right? So you start out with all the Pokemon, including Mewtwo and Shadow Mewtwo. You start out with all of them, and you start out with all the support Pokemon. You start out with all of the stages from the original game. So you don't have to screw around playing the single player in order to unlock multiplayer content, which is awesome. I hate it when they lock that stuff behind different modes, because it's just not, I'm not great at these games a lot of the time. So yeah. So the last piece here that I want to talk about, I guess, is the new characters. And obviously there are new fighters in this game. I'll show a quick thing here. This is can I focus this? No. Anyway, so this is the screen here of all the new fighters, or all the fighters. Decidueye, obviously I've been playing him mostly. But you've also got Darkrai. So you got Darkrai, Croagunk, Decidueye's new, Empoleon, and Scizor. So those are the 5 new characters. All of them except for Decidueye were in the Japanese arcade version of the game, right? And Decidueye is brand new to this version of the game. And I freaking love Decidueye. In fact, all of them are really fun to play as. And they're pretty diverse, right? Like, if you haven't played the original, there's a lot of diversity in the kinds of characters you can play in this game. So, if you like that, it's awesome. I really, really enjoy it. And I think that if you like Pokemon and you like fighting games, this is a no-brainer. You know what? This is another solid entry into the Switch library. And it's great because it's something that, as far as games go, Pokken Tournament DX it's another great entry into the Switch library. I just said that, but I'm going to say it twice because obviously I needed to say it twice. Downsides to this game, obviously the frame rate is not great. As far as, playing local multiplayer split screen. As well as local multiplayer split screen, there are times, and you'll see this in the video, where they will do full screen and then they'll switch to split screen and then they'll go to full screen again. There are a lot of times that I felt like, oh, pardon me. I felt like they could have gone full screen and they didn't. For example, when you do like your synergy super move, stuff like that, right? It keeps it in split screen, and I really feel like, oh yeah, you could have gone full screen on that and it would have been okay. because you're literally showing the same thing in both screens right now. Whatever. But I honestly, that split screen mode, if that's something that you feel like you might get any use out of, it's really fun. I really liked it a lot. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like the people who liked this game, the big question is, if you bought it on the Wii U, is it worth picking up on the Switch? And I feel like, off the top of my head, I would say it depends on how much you really like this game. How much you like this game. If you're a Pokemon fan, a fighting game fan, and you didn't play this on the Wii U, that this is like, get it, right? It's great. If you are wanting to play it local multiplayer, then I think it's great for that. If you're looking to play it online, the other thing I didn't talk about was the team matches. Team matches are cool too, and I have a video that I don't know if I can upload it yet. It may not come until Friday. But I will upload it on Friday for sure if the embargo doesn't let me do it before then. But on Friday it's out and then it's all free game. So basically it's you choose 3 Pokemon, your teammate chooses 3, or your opponent chooses 3 Pokemon, and it's basically like an elimination round, right? So if you have to defeat the other opponent's 3 Pokemon in order to win, which is super cool. You got to go through the whole team, right? And I really liked it. It was really fun. It's an interesting new way to play. There's some strategy there, and it's fun. I liked it. So I honestly don't really have a whole lot to say other than like if this is, or a whole lot to negative other than like if this isn't for you, right? I guess the one thing that I would say is I don't know if like why there's not a whole lot of stuff that's hidden in this game or like to unlock other than like cosmetics for your avatar. But I don't know. It's still really fun, and it's another fun multiplayer game for the Switch. So if you are looking for another one of those, then great. But yeah. Anyway, huge thank you to Nintendo again for sending a review copy of this. I would say if this is, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10 is enough for me. I'd say it's great. If you love these kind of games, go ahead and pick it up. And let me know in the comments what you think. And if you're looking forward to it, I'll talk to you guys later.